What's up guys, Ryan here from MudGunner, and today it is Viewer Builds episode 34. This is my weekly segment where I show off your viewer builds, and I didn't do one last week because I was at SHOT Show. The week before that I did say what the theme was. The theme was DMR / SPR style rifles, and I'm going to say we did not get a lot this week, so I'm a little bummed about that, but it's okay. I am going to talk a little bit about the guns I have here on the couch since we didn't get a lot, but that'll be at the end of the video. I don't want to take away from the viewer builds, especially to the people that did submit. But since it's a shorter video, I figured I might as well share a little bit at the end. So I'm going to show you guys this week's viewer build videos, and I want to give you a quick rundown. The theme for next week is any gun. I want to get you guys back in the spirit of posting. So the theme for next week's viewer build video is any gun you want. You can look at how to submit down below in the description of this video, but basically you're going to send a picture of your gun, horizontal picture please, so it shows on YouTube properly, and you're going to send that to my email. It is sales@atroxco.com. So yeah, next week's theme, any gun, and if you submit, you're for sure going to make it in the video. I don't care how many submissions I get, yours will make it in the video. So let's get everyone back into the grooves of weekly viewer build videos, and yeah, enjoy this week's builds. Alright guys, kicking off this week's viewer build video, we have this build from Ryan here, and I'm going to go through his list. Complete Aero Precision M5. It's got a Surefire muzzle brake with the Surefire Warden. It's got a 16-inch Ballistic Advantage 1 in 10 twist 308 barrel. It's got the Magpul MBUS Pro 45-degree offset sights. The light is an Arisaka body with the Malkov E2 XTL head with the Unity gas cap and Mod Light mod button. It's got a Harris 6 to 9 inch bipod. It's got the Lunar Concepts Hot Pocket with Driven Arms Shot Stop Hand Stop. It's got an Arkin Optics 4 to 16 on an Arkin mount. A Phase 5 EBR V3 bolt catch. A late MBT 2S trigger. It's got the B5 grip. A Law Tactical folder. A Magpul STR stock with the Ranger wrap on it. It's got the Subrev Tech bag rider, and then not in photo, but it's got a flatline fiber sling. Nice. I like the two-tone with the FDE and the block on there, and yeah, that looks like a really nice setup, so thank you for sharing, Ryan. This next one comes from James, and he actually sent us two, and they both look sweet. So I'm going to go through his first one here. First is my M14 EBR RI clone. It's built from a Springfield M1A. I put it into a Sage EBR chassis. It's got the Harris bipod with a Knights mount. It's got the Sage scope mount, Leopold Mark IV rings, and a Leopold Mark III HD 4 to 12 by 40 scope, which is the only non-clone correct part, although I hope to get the proper Leopold Mark IV 3.5 to 10 scope for it one day. Nice. Yeah, the 3.5 to 10s are like the gold standard scopes. I'm actually looking for an early 1993 model for my SR25, the Mark IV 3.5 to 10. So I'm with you there, but yeah, that setup looks amazing, and it is on my list to do an EBR M1A. I think it's super sweet, so thank you for sharing that one, James. I'm actually getting an M1A tomorrow, or another one, and I'm excited to show you guys. But yeah, that is a dream gun right there. His next one, the second is my SPR. It has a Criterion 20-inch H-bar barrel, a V7 gas block, a Geisley 13.5-inch Mark 16 rail. It's got the burn-proof gear rail wrap, a BCM bolt carrier group. It's got the Leopold Mark AR 4 to 12 by 40 and an Aero lightweight mount. It's got a Geisley receiver set, a Geisley airborne charging handle. The lower is almost all Geisley parts other than the B5 furniture. Nice. And I like the multicam you did there. B5 with all their different multicam sets, I want to do one multicam set from each one. I think they look great. And yeah, I love the multitude of tones between the green and the tan you got going there. So yeah, both of those are really nice setups. So thank you for sharing those. And I think the only thing, you didn't mention the bipod on the second one, but I assume it's also a Harris bipod. So again, thank you for sharing those, James. They came out great. This next rifle comes from Beast, and I'm going to go through what they said here. This is my reky / SPR AR build. This was my first rifle. Originally it was a Sig M400 tread, and I built it up from there. The parts list is, it's got the original Sig 3-prong muzzle device, a Diamondback barrel, a Geisley Mark 16 handguard, the Streamlight HLX with the Streamlight pressure pad. The LPVO is an Arkin Optics EP8. It's a 1 to 8 by 28. It's got Magpul iron sights. Still have the original Sig upper and lower. the original bolt carrier group from Sig. It's also got a Strike Industries safety and B5 Systems furniture. Nice. You also didn't mention your little front stubby grip there. That one looks cool. I don't know who makes that off the top of my head. It kind of looks like a Tango Down, but it's not a Tango Down. At least I don't think it is. And then you got the nice rail covers on there. But yeah, and then we got a picture with the cat, and that is a beefy cat. So thank you for sharing, Beast. I think that's awesome. All right, this next one, it shouldn't count based off the qualifications I said, but we did not get a lot of submissions, so we're going to count it. But the goal was to have at least like 6 power optics in here. This is from Jeff, and this is their Sig Spear LT 115556 build. So I wouldn't call this an SPR or a DMR, but again, for this video, we'll let it slide. I'm going to go through his build list. It's got the Silencerco Velos LBP, a Silencerco Extreme Corset suppressor cover. It's got the Cloud Defensive Rain 3.0. It's got the Rain dual button switch, a 100 Concepts light cap. It's got the Arasaka Offset MCX mount. It's got the Radian Raptor MCX charging handle. It's also got the Radian 45-degree safety selector. It's got the rail scales HTP XOSH at the 6 o'clock position, the rail scales G10 at the 3 o'clock, and then the rail scales RSB vertical grip. It's got an EOTech EXPS 2-0 with the EOTech G45 magnifier. That is the 5 power. So, I mean, it's basically right there. I think I said 6 power, but yeah, it's close. It's got the Unity Fast optic riser. It's got the Unity Fast flip to center omni mount. It's got a Geisley SDE trigger, a Magpul bad lever, a Midwest Industries Alpha Series M4 beam. It's got the B5 enhanced SOPMOD stock, a Sun and Shadow SOPMOD cheek riser, a Strike Link angled QD mount, a BCM Mod 4 grip. It's got a 30-round hex mag, an HRF RCM magwell, a Hammy kill flash, and a T-Rex arms sling that is not in the picture. But yeah, it looks like a really nice setup. It's a little bit more bronze than the current ones that I'm seeing, because it looks like they changed their like color on the MCX spears, because the one we have in our store right now is more of like an FDE Cerakote, but it's still a spear. But I like this tone of MCX spear. So thank you for sharing that one, Jeff. All right, this is our last build for the video, and this comes from Jose, and this is their SPR rifle, and it looks like it's built on an LWRC, which is sweet. So I'm going to go through his list here. It's got a Silencerco ASR flash hider, a Silencerco 36M suppressor, a Surefire KM3 flashlight, LWRC skirmish backup iron sights. It's got the Magpul angled foregrip Gen 2. It's got the ScalarWorks Elite mount, it says number 8. It's got a Vortex Razor HD 1:6x24, it's the Gen 2. It's got the ScalarWorks side mount, it says Kick 02. It's got the Trijicon Type 2 RMR red dot. It's got an LWRC IC-A5 upper with a fluted barrel and short stroke gas piston system. It's got a Silencerco ambidextrous gas defeating charging handle, a Hogan multi-lower. It's got a Battle Arms ambidextrous safety selector. It's got the Ambi mag release. It's got K&S precision trigger pins, Trigger Tech Black Diamond AR-15 trigger. It's got an LWRC pistol grip, a Troy Industries QD back mount, a Magpul CTR buttstock with a cheek riser, and then a 2-point sling by Blue Force Gear. Nice. I think that came out great. So thank you for sharing that one, Jose, and thank you to everyone else that submitted this week. Thank you again to everyone that submitted this week. I know we only got a few, but I think they were really nice guns. So thank you guys. And I just want to share mine a little bit. I'll try not to take too much time because I don't want to take away from your guys' guns. But yeah, SPRs and DMRs is something that I've gotten really into. Not that I've like, I know there's a lot here, but I feel like I don't have true like one-to-one clones, and I want to fix that. So when I think SPRs, I think a lot of people think the Mark 12, which is normally about an 18-inch AR-15 with a scope on there, you know, 2 to 10, 3 to 10, 3.5 to 10. There's a bunch of different things, but the Mark 12 was a pretty famous one for that. But I feel like SPR has kind of been expanded, and I know there's different terms for a lot of stuff now. In my mind, when I think SPR, I think LPVO to rifle scope on a 5.56, generally AR-15. And then when I think DMR, I think a semi-auto AR-10 style rifle or 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, whatnot. I think DMRs are counting 6.5 Creedmoors now and similar AR-10 style rifles. So that is what I think when I think SPR and DMR. SPRs are 5.56, DMRs are some type of mid-range caliber, you know, 308, stuff like that. So when I think about my SPRs, I have a few that I feel like would qualify. One of the main LPVO models would be my URGI right here. And this is, I mean, URGI kind of has its own thing, but basically this is a 14.5-inch 5.56 with a Vortex 1:6 on here. I'm trying to clone this somewhat correct, but I know it's not 100% correct. So this is the Geisley near clone correct URGI upper. Right now it's on a Brownells lower, but I would like to get a Geisley lower for it, so then I could say it's a complete Geisley. I'm just like OCD like that. So yeah, URGI, very cool. I feel like this would be considered an SPR. It's a 1:6 power. I feel like this one kind of classifies. It's borderline the MCX that we saw with the 5-power optic, or the, you know, EOTech with the 5-power magnifier. This, I want to say, is my mini SPR because it's a 5-power optic. So it's got a Steiner T5XI. It's a 1:5 power, and I feel like this could be classified as a mini SPR. So the reason I have this set up is it's got a law folder, it's got a 1:5 power optic, and then a Surefire turbo light. It's also set up that I can run a suppressor on there if I want. It doesn't match, so I really don't run it suppressed, but this is cool. So this is a PWS Mark 11 mod something. So what is it? Mark 11 or Mark 111 mod 1M. It's an 11.85-inch barrel, 5.56, and it's set up just to be a portable magnified rifle. Again, like SPR, special purpose rifle, special purpose AR pistol, whatever. But that's what I built it for. But yeah, this would be like my mini SPR build. And then we'll step up into like the bigger magnification ones, 4 or 5.56. We have this one right here, which I want to do a standalone video on. I haven't put too many rounds through it, but I need to. This is my Cobalt Kinetics, and this is specifically my Chris Kyle Glory Edition Cobalt Kinetics. So this was done years ago as like a tribute to Chris Kyle. They did 4 rifles in a series. They did 250 of each rifle. This is the series Glory, and I think it's pretty sweet. So yeah, I am happy with it. It's got a Trijicon 2 to 10 or 2.5 to 10 power on here. So kind of that, you know, it's not LPVO. It's kind of that SPR, you know, rifle scope on a 5.56. And yeah, it's really cool. It's not like the most practical because you have this really aggressive muzzle brake, which is actually really sharp, sharp rail. So if you grab wrong, or, you know, this thing gets stuck in my safe all the time because it catches everything. And then you got a fixed metal buttstock. So it's not very, like, you know, adjustable in any way, but I just think it's a beautiful gun. Basically, the last thing I'm going to do to it is put a bipod on there, but I'd still like to be able to shoot this out to distance. So yeah, that is my Cobalt Kinetics with a 2.5 to 10 power Trijicon on there. I've only shot it a couple times, but I will do a standalone video of that for you guys at some point. And then we're going to step up to my biggest magnification 5.56, which is complete overkill, but it looks good. This is my LWRC M6A3 DMR, and it's stamped DMR, even though it's a 5.56. It's more like an SPR, but it's an 18-inch heavy barrel, and I did a Burris XTR2 5 to 25 by 50 on it. So it's a very obnoxious build, I would say, but I think it also looks really good. Let me know what you guys think. I want to get a video with this too. I've shot it before a couple times. I haven't pushed it out to any real distance. Main thing is that when I shot it last time, I was just using 62 grain ball ammo, like the green tip. Not the greatest precision ammo, let's be honest. So I want to run some 77 grains in here. I want to run some 77 grains in there too, because I zeroed that with green tip, and at 100 yards, it's not the greatest group. So I want to try some like match grade 77 grain ammo in both of these and see how well they perform. But that's why I haven't done a standalone video of them, is because I haven't ran any match grade ammo. But yeah, that's my LWRC M6A3 DMR. And then we're going to stop with the 308s. I have 2 here on the couch. So this one is kind of meant to be my DMR from the movie 13 Hours. So in that movie, they have Boone has an HK 417 with the Night Force scope, and it's all spray painted or rattle can. I love the color of that. I just can't bring myself to spray paint this gun. I know some of you guys are like, do it, pussy, but I just can't. This is an HK MR762A1. This one's got a 3.5 to 15 by 50, so I feel like that really does fall into that DMR category of scope. You could definitely push it out to some distance. I haven't shot this one out to distance yet. I got it zeroed at 100, pretty accurate. I did a video zeroing all my 308 platforms. Well, mainly this, my 716 and GA Precision Gladius bolt gun that I did. This is one of the guns that I'm gonna, learn over time. I got some match grade ammo, and I want to bring this back out. So HK MR762. And then we're gonna go with like an old school DMR. This one has some modern parts, but this is my old original DMR. So this is a Knights Armament SR25. This one is from 1993 with the matching 1993 manufactured suppressor. I haven't shot this one yet because I'm still dealing with the trigger issue where the hammer, it's riding against the bolt carrier group. So I need to change the trigger in order to safely shoot this gun. I just haven't done it yet. I need to get a proper trigger. I'm looking to do a Knights trigger ideally that'll fit in here so that I can do it. Knights says they can take a look at it if I send it to them. I just haven't gone through that process yet. But yeah, this is from 1993. In the video, I forget your name, I'm sorry, but with the EBR M1A, you were talking about a 3.5 to 10 Leopold. I want that for this because it would just be really cool to have. I want to find one that was made in 1993. This is an 8.5 to 25 by 50 or by 56. I think it's by 50, but yeah, it's a beautiful scope. I just want a 1993 manufactured scope to go on here to kind of fit the build. And then I'm going to put the A2 stock back on it. I'm going to put the carbon fiber handguard back on it, and then it'll be all original. So yeah, that is my old school DMR, but I want to also get a modern Knights Armament SR25 that I could shoot a little bit more and not feel sorry about it. So yeah, this one's kind of a collector piece. But yeah, I probably talked too long, but thank you guys again for watching. Thank you to those that submitted. The theme for next week is any gun. Any gun goes. Just send the picture, horizontal please, to my email. It is sales@atroxco.com. And I plan on doing these viewer builds every single week. I don't have anything coming up anytime soon. So yeah, every week we will do a viewer build video. Actually, I have something in February, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for my next video.